Okay, so in today's video I have got the new, or semi-new I guess, June 1st drop Monster Book of Monsters. So if you want to see me build this, then keep on watching. Okay, so I first of all started obviously by opening up the box and taking all the bags out. And again, I know I talk about this all the time in Lego videos, but I don't understand why there was plastic bags in this one, because this is literally like a brand new set from this year. It literally came out in June. Yeah, I got it for my birthday, so June. But I thought they were rolling out these paper bags like from here on out sort of thing, but I've like opened a brand new set and it's literally got plastic bags in it. Like I don't understand. But anyway, also just want to say, if you can hear my fan, then just please ignore it. I cannot film this voiceover for like 10 minutes or whatever without a fan on. It's literally like 33 degrees in England right now, so yeah, I'm definitely not going to be doing that without a fan on because it is so hot. I am trying to kind of shield my microphone as much as I can, but I don't know if it's actually going to make much of a difference. But yeah, hopefully you can't hear it, but if you can, then I apologise, but it's just way too hot to not have a fan on even just for 10 minutes. It's absolutely horrible. But yeah, anyway, obviously you can see here I'm kind of like building up the structure for the book, which, to be fair, when I was doing this I was a little bit confused, because obviously you can see like the white bits on the end, they've got like the Technics holes in for the like Technics connector bits, and I couldn't really understand like what that was for. It all became clear at the end, but I basically didn't realise that this set actually moves, which is really cool, and I guess kind of explains why it's a little bit more expensive. I think it was like £55, because it's actually quite a bit smaller than I expected it to be. I don't really know why, I don't really know what I expected it to be, but I think I expected it to be a little bit bigger than this, but actually I do think it's kind of the perfect size for this kind of set. I think if it was any bigger, then it just would have been kind of annoying to put anywhere and it would have just looked a little bit odd. So yeah, I do definitely think that the size of this is ideal, and they did really well on that actually, because very often I feel like there's always something that you would change about a set, but generally for the most part I don't think I would really change anything about this set. I love it basically as it is. One thing I will say though is I did actually find this set quite repetitive, because obviously you've got like the two halves of the book, although they varied ever so slightly. Obviously I'm only building one half at the moment, but when I then came on to building the other half, it was very similar to this side, which I guess if you're building a book then obviously it has two sides to it, and this one actually like opens, so obviously if it opens and you need two sides to it, you need them to be the same, so obviously that is the reason that it's kind of repetitive. But I feel like when it comes to Lego, I actually have quite a short attention span, and I do actually get fed up quite quickly, even though I tend to build most of them, if I can, in one go. Obviously with I have the Diagon Alley set, I just haven't uploaded that video yet. Hopefully get around to it soon. I was hoping to get it up in September, so hopefully we'll have a few weeks of that. But yeah, with that set and with the Hogwarts Express, I couldn't really do it all in one go. I was kind of doing both of them, I could kind of split up into 4 bits, because there's 4 different buildings for Diagon Alley, and for the Hogwarts Express there was obviously the front part of the train, the coal carriage, and then the actual carriage, and then the track. So I could kind of split that up into 4 pieces, and then Diagon Alley up into 4 pieces, so I was still for the most part kind of getting through them relatively quickly. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people kind of spread out their Lego sets and don't just do it all in one go, but I feel like if I start it and don't do it all in one go, then I'll just never finish it. I'll just put it in the box and literally just not finish, which I actually have been doing, because I have a set of flowers. I think it's the wildflower set, like the new one, I think, and I've built like half of the flowers and then run out of time to build the rest, and the box has just been sat with all the rest of the pieces in for like 3 maybe 4 months now, and it's just sat there and I haven't actually done anything with it. And I keep thinking that I need to get them finished, but I just don't. They just sit there completely unfinished. So although I have kind of a short attention span when it comes to actually building them, I also have a really short attention span if I don't do it all in one go. So yeah, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword really. But yeah, obviously you can see just building up the structure here. And at this point, as with most Lego sets, I was kind of struggling to figure out how this was going to become a book, but obviously by the end of it, it does. But yeah, at this point I was kind of thinking, well, how is this even going to connect to each other? Why is there no like bottom to it? Is it just going to be like a frame? Yeah, it was really quite strange at this point, because I feel like there also weren't actually that many bags. I think, I might be wrong, but I think there was like 5 or 6 maybe, and I feel like for a build like this, that's actually not that many, especially when obviously I finished this bit and this is all I've got, and I'm certain this is bag 2. I'm pretty sure this is bag 2. I might be wrong, it might still be bag 1, but I'm certain it's bag 2. Yeah, it must be bag 2 because I've got the second half done. So yeah, obviously it connects up with some Technics pieces in there, which obviously makes sense, and then you have the main book. But yeah, I was kind of at this point struggling to see how it was all going to come together, but obviously it does in the end. So I then opened this next bag, and obviously this is where like the front of the book comes from. So this bag was literally just building up the whole like top cover of the book. So yeah, this was a lot, again, quite a bit of repetition and a lot of brown pieces. I feel like for the most part, like Harry Potter sets are very like green, beige and brown, and then like for example the Star Wars ones I feel are mainly like grey or black with like a hint of blue or red, but for the most part they're literally just like grey blobs or black blobs. I don't really get Star Wars, but my boyfriend collects all of those sets, so I kind of just sit there and watch him build spaceships and whatever else, but I just feel like they are for the most part really boring because they're just grey. But then I guess if I was into the franchise, then I'd probably understand it a little bit more and get a little bit more excited about it. Obviously Ben's watched Harry Potter and he likes Harry Potter, but he definitely doesn't get like as excited over the sets as I do. And obviously like the Hogwarts Castle set, for example, that is literally just like beige and grey. And I guess that's the trouble when the subject matter is like boring colours and stuff like that. Like the Hogwarts Express was pretty fun because obviously it's all red and it's colourful, but even that like towards the end got a little bit repetitive and boring because it was all red, like red, yellow and black basically. So even then there wasn't great colour variation, it was just kind of like 3 colours, which tends to be kind of like a main theme. I do feel like the Marvel sets are a little bit more exciting and colourful, but that's obviously because generally like Marvel is more colourful and exciting, whatever. So yeah, I think I would probably have a little bit more fun, not that I get bored doing these sets, but a little bit more fun if there was some more colour variation. I think I'm going to build Fawkes next. So I got the new Fawkes for my birthday, and obviously he is red and yellow, so he's a little bit more exciting than the beige and brown that this set is. Although at this point I was getting quite excited at this set because I could kind of see what was happening, and obviously when it comes together it always looks so much better and it's so much more exciting than when you're building the base. And I definitely found that when I was building the Wizard Chest set. I don't think I ever actually filmed that set, I think I just built it. I'm not sure, there may be a video on it somewhere. I don't remember doing one, but I've had that set for a couple of years now, so there could be a set on it. I just don't know. Not a set on it, a video on it, sorry. So yeah, I might have done one, I just don't remember doing one. But the base for that took about 20 minutes to build and it was so boring. But yeah, I do definitely like it when it starts coming together and you can see the vision and what it's going to look like at the end. Yeah, I do also get quite excited, like for example with the Dobby set and like all of the brick heads as well. They obviously have like the brain brick that goes in, like the little pink brick, and then like Dobby had a heart and stuff like that. I do definitely think that little things like that make the build interesting. Like in Diagon Alley, I want to say, there was loads of frog pieces that sort of make up the set, and that is a thing that one of the designers of the Harry Potter series likes to do. He likes to sort of use as many of the frog pieces as he possibly can. So in a lot of the Hogwarts sets from a couple of years ago, they all have frog pieces in, which is quite cool. It just gives you a little bit of something different to kind of look out for and look at. It's just a little bit more exciting. I don't really know what's happened with the colour of this clip, but hopefully it exports okay. But I'm literally looking at it now and it looks really washed out. So I'm going to try play around with that and hopefully it will be okay by the time I upload this video. But if this looks a little bit weird, I don't really know why it does look like that. But yeah, hopefully it sorts itself out. But if it does look a little bit weird, then you know why. But yeah, this clip seems to be really washed out for some reason. But yeah, like I say, I will try and sort that out and hopefully it will be okay. But yeah, so obviously now you can see this set coming together. And then when I opened this box, there was like a little, like that grey thing, like the grey block. It was separate from any of the bags and quite heavy. And I couldn't really understand what it was and what correlation it had to a book. So I was really confused, like from the start right to basically now, as to what it actually was. It wasn't until I actually kind of like put it in and used it that I actually understood what it was for. I thought it was maybe just so that the book could like move. But then I couldn't really understand why they didn't just put it on wheels if it was just for that. But its actual purpose is so that the book can be pulled back and let go and it will move. I don't really know what one of those mechanisms is called, but that is essentially what it does. And you should hopefully see, I think I filmed a little section of me actually doing that and pulling it back and letting it go. So yeah, hopefully you'll see that at the end. But yeah, that was what this mechanism was for, and obviously why there was no base of the book, because this mechanism goes inside. So obviously if there was a base, then it wouldn't work. But yeah, you can see here it just clips into those like Technic slots that I said about earlier, and then yeah, it can roll along basically, which I thought was quite a cool feature actually. Obviously in the film it chases after Neville underneath the bed, so yeah, I thought that was really cool actually. And then there we go, that is it moving along. So that was the Monster Book of Monsters, which is actually over there. I don't actually know if it's in frame, I'm not sure, but yeah, it was there in the intro as well. But yeah, I absolutely love this set and I've been dying for one of these for ages. I was going to buy the old Gift with Purchase, but I'm really glad they brought this one out because this one is so much better than the Gift with Purchase, obviously, as it was a Gift with Purchase. But yeah, please let me know what you thought down below and if there are any other sets that you want to see me do. But other than that, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!